for Martin. Martin's away. On Dubé, he scores!
Forney with a shot. He's got Mosey in front. Mosey tracks on the rebound. Tapped in by Martin. Well, Joey Martin.
Trevor Cox across the Sanford. Martin! Joey Martin, one of the greatest Devils of all time.
It's a place that's welcomed me with open arms since I've been here. It'd be hard to imagine leaving it. I often think about the day I go back home, where all family is, but I haven't really thought about leaving Cardiff, and that's a sad thought, to be honest, because this has been my life. This has been, the relationships that I've formed here are special, and it's home. It feels like home right now, and it's hard to really put into words.
For the first time, the Devils are the league champions in 20 years. In their 30th anniversary, this team will go down as heroes, as legends.
Very proud of what we've done here over the years. A lot of success, a lot of good times, a lot of hard work. But I feel like we're not done yet.
The time will tick down. There'll be a party in Cardiff tonight. It is about to be official. The buzzer sounds. The Cardiff Devils are Continental Cup champions. They've done it. And they have done it in style.
I'm extremely grateful. It's really special. I think it's kind of made me reflect on all the years I've been here. There's been a lot of great memories, and I just always feel very fortunate that I've landed at this club, and I've had so many great memories that I can look back on. It's been a fun ride, and it's not over yet.
Martin scores!
The Cardiff Devils, by some standards, had a decent year. They come into the 2025-26 season as the reigning Continental Cup champions, but domestically, things didn't go to plan. Fourth in the league, blown out in the Challenge Cup final, but an agonising defeat in the playoff final that saw 2 disallowed goals in overtime for both sides, before ultimately the Nottingham Panthers lifted the final bit of silverware on the season. For the Devils, it's been a summer of change. The coach has changed, a lot of players have left, and new ones have arrived as they gear up for a new era. The Paul Thompson era begins tonight. It might just be pre-season, but it's a chance to see what to expect from this new head coach and this new side.
We are underway. Looks for one man can find it, but they keep the puck in the zone. Tip in front, Bounds with a save. Bounds with a lovely save. Just gathers that out of the air. It's a shot from Ryan Gagne. It takes a wild deflection in front, and Ben Bounds had a great year last year, and he's starting strong this year. It's actually Gleason Fournier and Evan Mosey deep pair on the ice right now. Mosey going up top forward though. Chance for Barrow. Shot goes in off the post, I think. Still alive. Chance goes in and it's in. Nolan Uremko from behind the net to bounce it off Max Zimmerman. And the Devils take the lead on the power play.
Great net drive. Evan Mosey, great net drive. We talk about that as coaches a lot. Getting to the line, getting to the net, but especially on the power play.
Only find the tape of Pulkkinen. Former Fife Flyer Pulkkinen. A huge hit there by Connor Capone. Shot comes in off the skate of Duggan. Capone with another hit there. Off a stick and behind. Mosey will turn and play that up the boards, and here come the Devils the other way with Cedric Lacroix.
3-man rush.
Lacroix across, can't quite get a handle though, Brett Pellini. That could have been something. Mosey now with a chance over to Fournier. Fournier with a shot in. Gleason Fournier from the blue line. A lot of bodies out in front. Don't think Max Zimmerman quite saw enough of it, and Fournier puts that low through the 5-hole. Cardiff Devils 2, Gap 0. Fournier, one of the best looking skaters this league's ever seen. Off the skate there, and that keeps it alive for the Devils. Bit of luck there. Fournier back down low. Over to Mosey. Mosey cuts in over to Pellini. and an easy tap in for Brett Bellini on the back door. And the Devils take a commanding 3-0 lead, their second power play goal of the evening.
Great move from Fife Bellini. They ended up in slightly different spots on the setup than the first time. Watch Bellini behind the net.
Probably the type of player that you won't really talk about, which is good. And Capone with a huge hit, a third one of the night. Give him a lot of confidence. Still out there. Olszewski, he's got a man in the middle. It's Yaremko out in front, and Yaremko scores. Well, Jacob Bryson called for the puck of the blue line. They found him, he bumps it up to Olszewski and a cross crease pass. Nolan Yaremko with his second of the night, 4-1 Cardiff.
Second goal for him tonight. Good net drive, like you said, moved it up fast to the blue line. Good little chip. And it's the net drive. Talk about the second guy in the line, hard net drive to the net. Outdrove his defenseman. Just got to tap it on.
Harewood. Smart play not to go for the hit, and actually comes with him. Connor Capone, huge hit.
I mean, I'd love to know what the hit count is for him.
Langley here. Langley's going to take the shot, and it's kicked away by Ben Bounds, and I think he gets a second save as well. Brandon Estes clears that around the boards. And
you want to push yourself and stretch yourself in pre-season.
Alini out in front, turns shot there, another chance. Rashard just about gets a glove on it, I think. I don't know how much he knew about it. As you have Remco finishes hit, Bellini has Barrow out in front, uses him, Barrow with a shot, Barrow with a goal. Cardiff Devils 5, Gap 1.
We are ready to drop the puck, and away we go. And there's a back and forth. We're going to get a penalty on the play. Remco's asking to drop the gloves, and here we go. Remco trying to get his hands free. There's a few perfect gets in now, and now Remco's unloading. And, well, what an introduction to the Cardiff Devils for Remco. A couple of goals last night. Gloves off tonight. Him and Nasavek go toe-to-toe, and Remco comes off better off. It's Friday night, it's hockey night here in Cardiff at the Vindigo, and here we go. Alini around, and there's a bit of back and forth. Lacroix's dropped the gloves. We're going to get a tilt at center ice. It's Tetlow and Lacroix. Well, happy pre-season to you all. Tetlow, tough customer. Lacroix getting his first dose, and Lacroix and Tetlow are trading right. Lacroix trying to fire back with Tetlow. He's holding his own here. What a great scrap that was. Both guys trading off. And we've laid a marker down for the season ahead. Throwing a man forward. And that's a great nick from Bellini.
He's a fantastic first period so far as Bellini.
Here's Bellini again. Sets it up, and the puck goes over the top, and it's Lucas there! The rebound's put away, I think, by Bailey Hayward, who gets the Devils on the board. Devils 1, Panthers 0.
Well, I was just talking about how good of a period Bellini had, and it was him part of that turnover. Creates the opportunity initially for Barrow. He can't hit the target, but then there's a bobbling puck. It bounces around, and Bailey Hayward it is who gets the last touch. You see this first shot, it's off the back. It pops out perfectly for Bailey Hayward there. Off the back of the Plexi, straight out in front, and the Devils take the lead.
Martin gets the balls, and he scores! Joey Martin gets on his bike and finds the finish and doubles the Devils' lead. Devils 2, Panthers 0.
Joey Martin with the legs there. Such speed into the zone, and that is a snipe as well. The dig of the iron. And the goat doing what he does best. You see his lovely speed by Joey Martin. He picks it up here and immediately wrong foot Spencer. And that is a high quality finish by the Devils 88. They've looked like scoring all evening that line. They've looked the cut above.
Samford. And now the Panthers are going to spring forward. It's a breakaway at 10. Bounce saves. And now the Devils go the other way. It's opened up again for the Panthers, and another save out bounds. Helgeson, Richardson, and Richardson, goal!
Competitive hockey returns tonight as Panthers take on Cardiff Devils in this Challenge Cup Group A game.
Just some really good zone time, zipping that puck around, but in fairness to the Devils, they were in the shot lanes, didn't really give them too much, but some encouraging signs there from that top unit.
The Devils have cleared it out again. Coming through the middle, it's Ryan Barrow, and it's deflected in. A sure-handed goal for the Devils. And Ryan Barrow, who's been in great form in pre-season, gives Devils the lead here.
And I was going to say with their first shot on goal, but I'm not sure that'll count as a shot on goal there. Great transition there as the Devils broke the play up on the kill. They just kind of kept slowly moving forward. Really good play inside to Barrow. I think it was Ben Davis, and you see Barrow trying to go back to Davis. Really unfortunate there.
To get back in the game, here's Sanford. Estes. Contos! And of course, Christoph Contos scores against his old club.
And they still got the 2 minutes here on the power play, scoring early in that. Yeah, really good shot by Contos. Really good screen as well in front there. Yaremko doing his job, taking away the goalie's eyes. And we know Contos normally more of a setup guy, but just kind of walks to the middle there. He's got a spot. He finds it high block.
Brendan Harris looking to drag it around Helgeson, but Riley Brandt picks it up, chips it out looking for Barrow. And Brandt hits the deck. Oh, and then Brandt going into the Panthers bench. Helgeson there as well. And this is what we thought might happen with the Devils, a complete loss of discipline. And Helgeson and Brandt just went for players on the Panthers bench. And I think Panthers could be benefiting from this. Riley Brandt being dragged to the box. A complete head loss from Riley Brandt.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting here. You know, it's a shame for them, really. You know, Brandt draws that penalty, they get back on the board, and you know they're probably going to be 5-on-3 here for 2 minutes. I don't see a Panthers player getting a penalty here, so.
Well, they just jumped into the bench. Look.
And you know what? I kind of, my attention went, but they were on. They had like an odd man rush the other way, and then
Sanford holds on, gets it to Fournier. Sanford again plays it just over. That wasn't far away. Here's Contos. Fournier, 45 seconds left. It's loose right in front, and Panthers looking to hack it away. It comes to Cole Sanford. Fires in, and it's in.
Might have taken a deflection on the way, and Sanford definitely with the first shot. I think maybe Yaremko in front may have got a piece of that one. Great power play there by the Devils. They were buzzing. Contos looked really good on that shift. We'll see if Yaremko does get a piece of that one, but either way, Devils right back in this game.
48-18 the time of the goal is, Sanford, really, really good shot. And exchanges passes, and it's fired in. Pad saved by Grande. Oh, and he fires in again, and it's in! And Devils in the lead. It's Ben Davis poking in the loose puck.
And I tell you what, Ben Davis is always Johnny on the spot and those pucks around the net. He does such a good job going to the net. Devils don't waste any time. Twice, big shots from the point. Grande with the big save first time, you said that. And the second one, he makes a save, but Ben Davis is there. Probably the smallest guy on the ice, gets inside on the D.
Hembrandt goes on the chase. All the way around. That's risky from Jean Bogora, and that allows Ryan Barrow to come right in, and Devils seal it into the roof of the net. Loose puck. Trying to see who scored it. I think it's Estes' goal. And Devils get a win at the Motor Points Arena.
Yeah, and you know what? But Barrow there just gets his head down. I think I thought he maybe just take this to the corner and kill time, maybe stop behind the net, try and eat the puck a bit, but he drives to the net here, and then as you say, it just falls to Brandon Estes. Testament to if we can call it a Paul Thompson team, just that never say die. Oh.
Here they come again, 3-on-1. It could get worse for the Panthers than it does. I think that's Brett Pellini's goal. And it just goes from bad to worse for the Panthers.
Well, I think obviously they were just looking to get up the ice to obviously allow Grande to get off, and as the Panthers just poled forward, bit of a turner, and obviously the Devils were gone with 3 the other way, so you'll see it here.
Oh, it was a deflection.
I'm not actually sure if Pellini got up his leg. It kind of looks like it from his reaction, but
no, he didn't.
He actually touches that, no. Great performance, great first, competitive game for the Devils. They'll be thrilled. They'll be at home tomorrow, and they'll be looking to get a 4-point weekend.
Right, here's Devils who take the 6-3 victory. An excellent performance by them. And their first victory here at the Motorpoint Arena against the Panthers since the 2nd of March 2024.
The puck is dropped and away we go. Pellini looking for the return, and maybe there was a chance to shoot, and there's another odd man rush here for the Steelers. The breakaway, it's Stover with another save. Now the Devils have come the other way and they've got an odd man rush. It's McDonald. Sanford scores! Breathless stuff here at the Vindico, but it's Cole Sanford who finds the marker. Devils take the lead. Devils 1, Steelers 0.
And what a finish it is by Cole Sanford. It was fantastic play initially by the Steelers to create that 3-on-2 like we've spoken about. The Devils steal it away, they come down the other end. This is it, and it's Gentile initially, and you see the back and forth, the give and go. He waits for the trailing man, he finds it. It's great stayed by Stover initially, and then that obviously then pushes the Devils into the 3-on-2 of their own. McDonald with a lovely source, and Sanford doesn't often miss that. First home goal of the season, second of the year for Cole Sanford.
Ryan Barrow still with it, Ryan Barrow. And Lacroix was ready and willing and waiting for a pass. Long stretch pass from Stover. Lacroix. Goal! Stover throws the puck up ice, and the Devils combine to put it away. Ben Davis makes it Devils 2, Steelers 0.
Yeah, and while he doesn't get a point on that one, Christian Stover deserves a huge amount of credit. The recognition to get the puck back up ice. Lacroix picked it up, and he had all the time in the world to pick out a man. There was a 3-on-1 for the Devil. You see his header, waits for it, and it's a feed to Ben Davis. Devils have got to be careful here. Robert Dowd's about to come out the box.
Estes scores! They were more than careful, they were lethal. They get the extra point and complete a perfect opening weekend. Your final score, Cardiff Devils 3, Sheffield Steelers 2.
It's a fabulous finish by Brandon Estes. The Devils mob him. What a weekend this has been, and we'll see it again. Now, I mentioned that the Devils had to be careful. Sometimes you just got to go for it. This pass was a little bit loose. It drops then to Sanford again, and you knew exactly where this was going. And what a finish that is by Brandon Estes. Big weekend, big opening weekend for the Devils, and a statement weekend at that.
Kick your weekend off in style with some hockey, and here we go. The Flames are getting that puck in nice and early. Polini, goal! Put it on net, and good things can happen. Sanford in goal! Just like that, the Devils' power play clicks, and they take the lead in this one. Cole Sanford makes it Devils 2, Flames 1. And Brandt was ready and waiting, but Lacroix elects to go back for the point. Estes, Olini, great save, Facio! Chance, goal! Benny Davis is on a roll, his third goal in 3 games, and it's the third of the night for the Devils. Devils 3, Guildford 1.
Gaz, you talked about the pressure starting to build, and again we felt that this was coming, but it's great awareness. I think it's Lacroix and Brandt. It was Brandt at the back door, who instead of, he saw the loose puck, he saw Fazio was down and probably unaware of where the puck was. Instead of throwing that backhand speculatively on net, he knows Ben Davis and the
Devils are back to full strength, and Sanford's going to come straight out of the box. And there's a back and forth going on here. Lacroix is set. McDonald away. Goal! There's so much going on the ice, but all we know is Josh McDonald makes it Devils 4, Flames 1.
I wasn't quite sure where to watch them because there was a great little skirmish going on there between Gosling and Alini. There was a few hacks and whacks and grabs and shoves, and then it's a turnover for the Flames. It's a good poke check, actually, Brandon Estes. And it's a good heads-up play by Cedric Lacroix, who sends McDonald away.
McDonald. It's opened up for Estes, and what a finish! High glove side, and the Devils start the third period in superior form. It's Devils 5, Flames 1.
From initial warning sign, there's a stretch pass to Kugler, but the Devils quickly turn that around, and that's a quick counter-attack. And we saw Brandon Estes fire that winner last week, and he's good at joining the play. It's a good delay there from McDonald. Estes comes in and joins the play, and he has got an elite level wrist shot, hasn't he? He gets that up and tight in the corner, and it's the 5th goal for the Devils.
Flames with a good defensive stick, but the Devils pressure remains, and Estes through. Fazio doesn't know where it is, and it's in the back of his net. It's another power play goal. It's the 6th on the night, and the Devils are running rampant here in the third period. Devils 6, Flames 1. Still the forecheck from the Devils is high. Still, it has got energy, and it's turned the puck over again. Kotos! This is absolutely magnificent to watch. The Devils are in 7th heaven. Devils 7, Flames 1.
The Devils' forecheck has been absolutely on fire, and they're not giving the Flames, even at 6-1 up, they're not giving the Flames a second to breathe. And you see it's full control by the Flames, but the forecheck, the back pressure there from Yaremko, the support from Barrow, and the execution from Kontos, 7-1 Devils.
We'll maybe run the rule over that in the Devils debrief at the end of the game, but it has changed. And that was a back and forth, and now we're going to get gloves off. Yaremko has dropped them, and we're going to get unloaded from Yaremko, rights and rights. They're not really going to get any further. Yaremko still throwing though. This was always going to boil over. The Devils have done their job on the scoreboard, and now want to put their stamp on the physicality. Bush is diving in as well. There's probably going to be about an 8-man in penalty at this rate. Welcome once again to Devils TV for tonight's big encounter between the Cardiff Devils and the Manchester Storm. It's Hewlett and Brandt, and again they're not quite, yes they are now free. Brandt's giving up some size, but he's not giving up fight. Shot comes back in, and it's a goal! And Helgeson is going to get his pound of flesh one way or another here. Nice take. Devils are in, and he scores! McDonald, goal! And as the buzzer sounds, your final score tonight is Cardiff Devils 3, Manchester Storm 0.
Hewlett being offered out, and gloves are dropped, tied up for now. Helmet off, not sure who the Devils player is. Two big players. Bit of a wrestling match now, an arm comes free. Hewlett eats one. It's Tyson Helgeson. These two fought last night as well. And right over the top, and the officials will step in and cut this one short. Helgeson wants a little bit more after the officials got in the way. Oh, I can't see from here. As O'Gilney grabs somebody, Locke comes in. Another couple of players come barreling in as well to join the fray. Cutler throwing punches. As Genyon's tied up with somebody as well. Connor Caprione is involved again. He was the one tied up with Cutler. And as we see Genuine and Riley Brandt, wild swing of the stick, can't be doing that. Throws the gloves to challenge. As they're seeing it now on the big screen. And that's what draws the crowd. The signal being called from Miller, the official, the tap on the hips. Looks like Richardson's head to the box for his words for the officials. As Cutler got some real big shots in on an outmatched Caprioni.
Long stretch pass from Arsenal, who managed to stay on side. And that's a slash from Arsenal, and Brandt is going to take exception to that. It was a hit from Brandt, but that retaliation with the slash was
it was a two-handed slash by Marcinu. That might well be a major, if anything. He absolutely threw his arms into that one. And I'm not surprised that Riley Brandt was unhappy. It is a little bit too little, too little.
Tonight, the Cardiff Devils get that league campaign underway. In their way is a team that have already bloodied their nose twice, both home and away. A very, very impressive Coventry Blaze team who look to be on the ascendancy under coach Kevin Moore.
This is the start of a 54-game marathon, not a sprint. But we got to take this home advantage. We haven't done it last week, we know that, we talked about it a lot. So you got to play with responsibility, you got to play with passion, you got to play with smarts, and you just got to play at your talent levels. And we'll get what we need here.
Too many passes in his box, and Garrett, and they score! It's Joey Martin! Luciani gets smothered out, another chance, and Barrett makes the save! Polini, Devils are through! Goal! Riley Brandt puts a second on the board! Polini! Exclamation point! Cherry on top of the cake! And that is it! The final buzzer sounds! Your final score, Cardiff Devils 3, Coventry Blaze 0.
From Tuesday onwards, I saw the response from the players, and I saw it tonight. I mean, like I said, it wasn't a virtuoso performance tonight. But against a good team, a real good team, that's where they are in the cup for a reason. You know, they're structured, they're hard to play against, they have very strong goaltending, and I thought we got the job done. And hey, that's what the sport is. It's about the result, isn't it? And we took another step forward.
Place to work with here. But the pass doesn't find Hembrandt, it only finds Evan Mosey. Evan Mosey has had a lot of ice time in this third period.
Yeah, do you know what? He's had a great game. He's been their main guy back there tonight. He's been outstanding.
Right in front, surely, and it's Riley Brandt, I think. And Riley Brandt gets his second goal over the weekend. He scored an empty netter last night, and it's almost an empty netter tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what? No more than the Devils deserve. They've had a great period this period. And they've just kept pushing and pushing. We'll see here, great dish in front, and yeah, as you say, just falls right on the tape of Brandt.
Fournier, Contos, played this in. It was a tip from Barrow in front, and they do level.
And you just knew when Contos got that puck, such a good playmaker, such great vision, and it was all kind of going through him. He gets that puck, looks up, takes it to the net. We see here Fournier over to Contos, just takes a step. Oh, it just makes its way through. Yeah, Barrow gets a piece of that. I wasn't sure if he did originally. You called it actually. But Contos just so dirty. He just takes one step to the net, throws it through.
Barrow, right hand side to Fournier. Fournier ahead to Olszewski. Olszewski, bit of space to get into, and there it is. Devils win the game.
What a goal as well.
Ryan Barrow with his second, and Devils take the 2 points.
And just a great, almost a little bit out of nothing there, just that comfortable there, 2-on-2 in mid-ice. All of a sudden, Olszewski cuts in on the backhand, great play, unselfish. All kind of orchestrated by Olszewski, but what a goal that is.
Big pressure in front of Jackson Whistle as he hits the ice.
Longer and Yaremko about to go here.
Got a fight just out to the left in the neutral zone. Here we go. Long, Yaremko. Gloves dropped. Long goes down back on his feet. Referees are intervening, but they're still going. Couple of big rights from Kieran Long. Yaremko down, back up to their feet. Yaremko stays on his knees. Long connected with a couple into the chin right there.
Credit to both guys. Kieran Long letting the Devils know it's not acceptable to put a late slashing on Jackson Whistle like Yaremko did there. Again, Kieran Long showing what a team guy he is.
Absolutely, the alternate captain for the Belfast Giants, a long-time servant for the Teal Army. Yaremko just missed on a couple, and then a couple of big ones coming from Kieran Long right there on the chin.
The puck is down, and we are underway. Fournier ekes it out towards Mosey. Martin, nice backhand play by Martin. Says the Devils round Bellini! The second most clear-cut chance of the game is put away. Brett Bellini gives the Devils an early lead. Devils 1, Giants 0.
He does indeed, and it's a fantastic goal by the Devils' leading scorer in Brett Bellini. But the real importance on this goal is the primary and secondary assists. First of all, Joey Martin with this. Just watch this. He holds it just long enough, gets that backhand pass away. Cole Sanford gets the skates going, and it's a lovely play to Bellini, who puts it into an empty net. Really good work by the Devils' top line there.
Huge hit coming in. He's trying to use that rangy stick of his to just create that bit of distance between himself and the oncoming forward. He's you can see why he's been put on this fourth line role, as we got a bobbling puck. Chance! What a save! Whistling rebound goal! Ben Davis doubles the Devils' advantage. It's Devils 2, Giants 0.
It is indeed, and it's hard work by Ben Davis. He started that by keeping the puck in the offensive zone on this near side. He works hard on that. Him and Duggan then go to work. The puck rotates around, it drops to Helgeson, and in a moment you're going to see a fantastic bit of kind of intricate play by Tyson Helgeson. You'll see it's going to bobble out to him in a moment, and instead of just shooting this one, he plays the pass to McDonald. The rebound is tucked away by Davis, and that is a really, really big shift by a bit of a Frankenline for the Devils. McDonald at it with Helgeson and with Duggan and with Davis.
We'll try to squeak it forward to Mosey again, but it's broken for the Giants, who come up through centre ice. Eriksson, chance! Duggan, what a feed, Duggan, goal! What a finish by Josh McDonald. The Devils are ahead again. Devils 3, Giants 2.
They are indeed, in a fantastic pass by Sam Duggan. He stops up, waits, he knows McDonald's up ahead of him. He feeds the Devils 92, and what a finish this is by Josh McDonald. He goes high on Jackson Whistle. You see, Duggan, he knows that McDonald's up ahead of him, so he just stops up, makes sure the pass is right, and oh my word, that's a fantastic finish by Josh McDonald. Devils lead again.
It was so scrappy for both teams before that. It was like a hot potato under that pack.
Yeah, and it needed a little bit of quality just to slow it down, and it comes through Sam Duggan, who, like I say, he knew that McDonald was ahead of him, so all he had to do was stop up. The defenseman was going to back away and give him that extra yard, and he gets the pass. It's pin perfect, and the Devils get their third.
Sanford, short side goal! The Devils hit 2 in quick succession. It's Devils 4, Giants 2.
It is indeed, and Cole Sanford has snuck one through Jackson Whistle. If the first one was high skilled, that one is a little bit less so. It's a fabulous finish, but I don't think Sanford expected that one to sneak through. You see the Devils win the draw, and it's a little two-man job. Sanford goes wide, and I think he's just thrown this more hoping it sneaks through than actually trying to find a specific spot. The Giants have called a timeout, and I don't blame them, because it's 4-2 Devils, and in 12 seconds or whatever it was, they've turned the game on his head. Whistle
Jackson Whistle is gone. Martin, Sanford, goal! Whistle had barely got back to his bench, and Sanford pops in the empty net. Devils 5, Giants 3.
And the Devils with a 2-goal lead, just over 90 seconds to go here. Cole Sanford it is who gets his second of the night. Whistle had made his way, and you see Sanford head up. There's only one way that is going.
Short side attempt, Sanford. And now Alini and Jackson Whistle are going at it. Well, Christian Stover is lurking. But this is frustration from the Belfast Giants, you feel.
It is, yeah. And Jackson Whistle, I didn't exactly see what happened. Jimmy Olney took 3 or 4 cross-checks that, like you said, were far worse than the penalty he took in the first period. And I don't know if he then gave one back and Jackson Whistle has reacted to this. We'll wait and see. Alini will be done for the night. And he gives it all of nothing to Jackson Whistle on that one.
Jimmy Olney was exceptional tonight in defence.
He was fantastic. Yeah, you are right. I think the Devils generally have been great. He has words with the Giants bench as he goes off. So we'll see what exactly happened now. So there's one there by Jimmy Olney, and he's taken a few. And there's a slash by Whistle, a second slash by Whistle, and then, well, all hell breaks loose then as well.
But I don't know why Whistle's initiated the initial slash. Alini doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, I don't see what Alini's done wrong there, to be honest with you.
No.
He's taken a few cross-checks and they've given a few taps and whacks at each other. That should be Whistle as well called.
Alini's there.
There's nothing yet. There's a first whack by Whistle, a second whack by Whistle, and a third. So, for me, Jackson Whistle has initiated everything there.
That's what I can't. I don't know why that first slash getting. Because Alini isn't even facing him, so I'm thinking, as he said something to him, the time is going to tick down. And that will be it. The Cardiff Devils start off their big win. Well, they may not be over yet. Helgeson is still going to have words. The officials are doing well here to usher trouble away. And that just leaves the Cardiff Devils to bask in what is a big victory for a start of a big weekend. The final score, Cardiff Devils 5, Belfast Giants 3.
Puck is there to be won. The Steelers get a stick to it first. Touch from Balmas. And on for Usula, who is offside. He skated into the zone without possession. And now the Devils are through. McDonald with the first chance and the first goal. Devils score inside 3 minutes. And it's Josh McDonald who went clean through and got it past Greenfield.
Yeah, he ends up just splitting the Steelers defense, and you can see there's not much he can do, but he puts it under the arm of Greenfield, who maybe thinks he's going a little bit higher, but again, starts down on Devils' blue line. Usa doesn't quite get the puck in. It's going to be an offside as he tries to drag it in behind. It's a quick turnover, maybe catches the Steelers D just a little bit wide. McDonald knifing through the middle, and the finish is a pretty decent one as well on Greenfield.
That puck stayed in the offensive zone. Balmas again. Couldn't quite get the puck to Pooh. Now the Devils will rush forward. Trying to hit Malini on the trailer pass. It got blocked out. Estes creeping closer. Feeds it down low. It's tipped in by Barrow. What a start for the Devils. Their second quickly follows their first.
Again, a great movement up the ice. A four on sort of 2 or 3. And Estes does a great job here. He's looking all the time to shoot, and then he just zips it down low. And you can see Cormier is a little bit slow getting back from where he was stood up, and Barrow just sticks his stick in the way. So it's definitely not a shot anywhere. You can see right there that the traffic is all over the front of the net again from the Devils.
Now they're in the offensive zone, set up, looking to add a third. Richardson feeds it back door, and via a deflection, it's there. It's in off Kontos.
Another one of those, let's just throw it at the net and see what happens. Again, Richardson doing a good job, heads up, he's looking for this all the way, and wow, if you could think that that's going to be going through and into the net through what, 3 bodies. And it's not a kicking motion, it's just a deflection off a skate that's going towards the net, so definitely should be counting. Greenfield, he can't do much about that. I'm not sure he sees it coming through until it's by him again.
Devils have played this one perfectly so far. He's got to keep doing it for another 26 minutes.
Plays like that aren't going to help.
Here's Duggan, forced away from goal. Tremblay and Hootler trying to win it back, but they don't. And it's snapped in for a fourth by McLean. And there's boos here in the Utility Arena for the home side.
Yeah, it all starts with a play up the middle of the ice. I think it was Hootler just sort of trying to casually throw one across the ice, and Devils are all over it, and that's a pretty darn good shot. Good hard work on this side here. Duggan in hard, and then it's a good wrist shot. That's a great wrist snap. Whatever you want to call it, the release on it is phenomenal to get it up and over. Greenfield doesn't even react. You can see right there, just quick up and over.
And they will clear it down the ice, and that will do it. It's a sobering defeat for the Steelers. It's a fantastic road performance from Ben Bounds and the rest of the Cardiff Devils. They have shut the Steelers out here on their home ice.
Ben Bounds' 50th shutout for the Cardiff Devils. It's an incredible achievement.
When we spoke here after the Challenge Cup game, I asked you if there were any positives, and you said none. Are there any negatives tonight?
No, the opposite this time.
Today, Mark Richardson is breaking one man's record for the most games ever played in the Elite League. That player is former Sheffield Steeler and former Cardiff Devil, Jonathan Phillips. And I'd like to welcome to the ice the head of hockey operations for the Elite League, presenting Mark Richardson with a special commemorative trophy, Liam Sewell. Thanks for listening, sir. I'm glad I the protocol. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to help welcome to the ice Mark Richardson's daughter, Grace, and his wife, Sarah. I'd like to turn your view to the screens as we have a very special tribute for Mark. Richardson. And Richardson, goal!
This is just the beginning, Ali, I'll tell you that, and I can't wait for the future.
Ferguson lifts the Continental Cup up high. The Devils are champions.
Playing in Cardiff is just something I love doing and want to do for as long as I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all-time leader in Elite League games played, number 17, Mark Richardson.
It is down, game on. Devils win the first face-off here. Lovely stuff by Pellini there, just to draw the puck back, play it to Fournier, who gets his legs moving. Gleeson Fournier drops out, and is tucked into the back of the net by Cole Sanford. And the Devils get their first of the night, and it's Cole Sanford with his 7th of the season.
It is, it's Cole Sanford on the end of it, but it's wonderful work. I think it was, first of all, Fournier, wasn't it? Jumping in there. And he's driven wide, he's kept to the outside. You can see it's a jump from Fournier. He is looking for some way, gets a bit fortunate with the bounce. He's on the outside. Kupski takes away that near post, but it's great vision to see Cole Sanford on the back door.
Sanford behind him. And it drops out again, and Sanford tucks it in to an empty net. He doubles up, the Devils double up. They're 2-0 up on the night.
And once again, it's Sanford in a similar spot, isn't it? He's certainly sniffing the danger. He sees.
It's Evan Mosey.
It's Evan Mosey. It's a great exit from Joey Martin. Very, very patient play. Mosey does well, gaining the zone, and he hasn't got too much on. He's coming at speed, so he goes for that shot off the pads, and that's a deliberate play by Evan Mosey. He's got the nice angle shot. He knows he's got the net drive there, and Sanford puts in for his second empty netter.
Mosey at the point. To Kontos. There's a couple of passes on. Kontos with a shot. He didn't need a pass. It is sniped by Christian Kontos. And he's got 5 goals in 5.
Yeah, we talked about Olafchevsky in a great run of form with the points, but so is Christoph Kontos. You know, like you said, it's 5 in 5. And what I liked about that, it was a great bit of patience. There was lots of puck movement, waiting for something to open. And again, with the execution, Mosey settled it down. And look, he's looking for a pass, but as soon as he sees that top corner's available, he lets that shot
into Mosey. Devils over the line again, into the zone. Mosey's got a reverse pass. Pellini is, and it bobbles up, and it's tapped into the back of the net by Gleeson Fournier. It jumped up over Kupski. Fournier kept his stick low, and you'll never score an easier goal than that.
Or maybe a more unorthodox one. You've got both D up there leading the rush. It isn't ideal, but they do a good job of executing it. Fournier first, he gives the pass out wide, and then he goes to the net, stays there, and it's it's a bobbling play, but you know, at the end, it's good hand-eye coordination. It's, I'll say it again, coordination is the word.
Ushers on his forwards who are on a line change, and now the Devils go long and find Lacroix. Oleszewski in behind the net. Kupski played it and he didn't get to it. And who is it but that man, Brett Ferguson, against his former club. Mistake by Kupski, and it's another tap into an empty net.
It's probably not the one Brett Ferguson dreamed of, but he'll take it nonetheless. It is a mistake from Kupski. To be fair to him, he's been so busy. I'm not surprised that he's lost concentration for a second there. But a lovely heads-up play by Koen Oleszewski. You know, to chip in, Kupski goes out to collect it, but it's a good forecheck, putting Kupski under pressure. He finds himself out of the net, and it's a wonderful touch back by Oleszewski, who was on the forecheck, to Ferguson to tap into another empty net.
And this is really good forechecking by the Devils, and it's dropped out in front. And again, Martin Samford, and it's a fantastic initial save, but Samford turns it into the back of the net, and it is a hat-trick for Cole Samford.
It's not the most classic Cole Samford hat-trick by any means, but that was sheer willpower. I mean, it was a lot of tic-tac-toe going on, patience. You can see that the Devils have got the lead and they're playing with it. It was fed back to Samford. The first stop was an absolutely wonderful reaction save by Kupski, and then it's just sheer willpower from Samford that pulls it over the line.
Knockback McDonald, Kontos, Mosey. This is fast puck movement by the Devils, and it's dropped behind, and it's a lovely play. And Josh McDonald on the power play for the Devils makes it 7-1.
Yeah, the Devils' power play units have had a bit of a shake-up. You can see the different combinations out there. Evan Mosey stepping up onto the power play
tonight. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway. Brand has dropped the gloves. I can't quite see who the Giants player is. There's a few swings back and forth. Two game players here.
It's Garrett McFadden who's dropped the gloves with Riley Brandt.
Now McFadden's throwing a few rights and another one from Brandt in return, and this is a great little tackle. Another from Brandt. Saturday night's all right for fighting for these two. Some tired legs out in that defensive unit. Backdoor play, what a save bounce. Straight through Whistle's crease. Blast through, and another deflection takes it up wide. Another deflection, another one goes wide. It's just a lovely little bump play. Goal! The deadlock is broken, and it is broken by the Cardiff Devils. Devils 1, Giants 0.
Yeah, and it's Jimmy Alini who will skate to the bench. It did take a deflection all the way through. I don't know who it was off. I thought it might have been Koen Oleszewski. Either way, the Devils won't really care. It was fantastic bit of bounce back shift there by the Devils, and they'd had a couple of opportunities tip wide. You saw that one, that was a close one. And what you're going to see is just really good forechecking. Estes jumps in, that bump opens the whole play up. Alini then at the point. I think it bounces off a giant stick in the end.
Barrow going all the way through. Goal! It was Barrow's persistence. It's Pelini with a finish, and the Devils take a 2-goal advantage. Devils 2, Giants 0.
Yeah, Neil Francis had talked about the importance of an early second goal for the Devils in this period, and it's fantastic work by Ryan Barrow. You see there, goes wide and pushes it too far and takes a bit of contact. I think Whistle goes for the poke check, misses it, and Pelini tucks it into a half-empty net.
Helgeson's just trying to get anything on this. The Devils get anything on this. Bounds puts a glove on it. The buzzer is gone. I think it's over. What drama here at the Vindico Arena. Todd Kelman calls it. It's done. The Devils win by 2-1. What a game.
What a game and what an end.
The Devils just want to ease this down, and a huge hit coming in. And now, yeah, Golini isn't going to let that one go.
Yeah, Paré, he was headhunting Ryan Barrow there. Takes out his own teammate.
And Alini with a couple of jabs here, another right from Alini. And you don't want to take another look at it here, but you see, I saw the aftermath, I didn't see the...
Well, no, Paré, he was going after Ryan Barrow. He was trying to make contact with Ryan Barrow, who had the puck, and good on Alini for stepping up there. Paré went looking, missed the hit, almost made more contact with his teammate, which, you know, ended up looking a bit of a fool.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But that is textbook headhunting, and, you know, he was unhappy that Ryan Barrow declined the fight earlier in the game, so decides to go after him, and good on Alini for stepping up there for his teammate.
Sanford throws it in front, open net, tucked home by McDonald. 1-0 Devils, McDonald 6th. Well, right here, drawing double coverage, someone's going to be open, and it is McDonald. Give credit to McDonald, he just goes to that soft seam there, and that is horrific in the D zone if you're the Clan, because just tied up right there. And swept away by Ida Kallio. Schwartz off the boards. We're going to have a fight here, and straight away, Helgeson and Paré right at center ice. Felix Paré and Helgeson. They tie up a right hand by big Helgeson. Paré gets a left hand through a left jab, and now right hand right on the chin of Helgeson. Helgeson is big and strong though. Throws back a right, throws another right, and Helgeson puts Paré down. And it's Tyson Helgeson at 6'3" is a big body, but Paré at 6'2", he was game. But there's a right hand by Helgeson. He continues with that jackhammer of a right. And a spirited encounter early on here. Thought about shooting, and it's ramped up by Estes. And here's Barrow in all alone. Barrow scores! Too easy. Ryan Barrow in all alone. And Barrow, he's a right-handed shot coming in off the left side. He's got plenty of net to shoot at. He had a goal, or a couple of goals last week in the 5-1 win. He's got a goal here. That's a lovely finish from Ryan Barrow. That's his 8th in league play. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Maybe a little bit of luck there and a bit of luck out front. They score! Contos! The puck came off the stanchion and bounced out front. And Contos bounces just as I was talking about luck. Watch this. Ricochets off the stanchion. And Contos is right there. 3-3 hockey game with 2:32 remaining. Let's have another look at that. I mean, that is phenomenal bounce. Hazeldine to the outside. Martin's been immense here in overtime. Goes to Sanford. Sanford scores! Done and dusted. Cole Sanford, the overtime winner, his 10th of the season. 4-3 final. Cole Sanford through the 5-hole. And the extra point goes to Cardiff. They improved to 29 points. I mean, you can't let Joey Martin thread the needle like that in overtime.
It's all the way around. It's going to get away from D'Souza. And Jurgens comes across to cover. D'Souza having a wee shoving match in there with Ferguson. And they're going to go as well. Gloves are down. Got a wee tussle here. Ferguson and D'Souza grab on. The jabs in from D'Souza. Jumper over the face is an interesting technique. D'Souza holding on. Up comes over the top. Couple of jabs again. And a headlock there. And the officials will get involved and close that one down. There we go. D'Souza heads to the penalty box, as does Brett Ferguson. Didn't really get going as they wanted to, I suspect. But a decent tussle regardless. So those will serve 5. We are 15:27 remaining. Spurs are trying to inject something in this game, perhaps, for the Stars. Certainly gets the crowd going.
Huge hit coming in the corner. And the Devils are not happy, and there's a fight going on in the corner. Constable and Brandt was not happy, and he's throwing some bombs, Brandt! They go to the ice. Riley Brandt really not happy with that hit on Richardson and decided to take matters into his own hands. Thrown in behind for Barrow, and Barrow is put into the net, and this will be a penalty. And now if Barrow just stops throwing punches, he's not going to. They're going to go back and forth, these two, but that's an instigator for me.
It's an instigator by Power, yeah, that should be 2. It won't be 5, but it should be 2. Barrow was barreled into the net by a Blaze player, and Power was unhappy.
Barrow with a couple of rights, and he sends his man down.
Right, it's Riley Brandt, pretty much right off the opening draw of the night, going with Connor Russell. Russell throws a left, he's tripped over as Brandt falls on top of him with a couple of punches of his own, and well, we have some early pugilism here in the Skydome Arena, Stu.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was on the cards after last night's game with Riley Brandt getting ejected for his incident with Grayson Constable. We see the two there. They just drop the glove straight away. It's kind of, I guess, it's answering the bell, really. You know, but the fight between the two guys, a bit of a takedown.
Estes curling around the zone. Sanford's trying to pick a lane to the back door. Devils think about the shot from the hash marks from Estes, however, Power able to get a stick on it. Kontos looking for a shooting lane himself, maybe here, sends one to the back door instead. Another pass to the back door, and they score. Well crafted. It's Martin with the finisher. The Devils captain celebrating his 600th regular game in all competitions in the Elite League. Celebrates it with a goal on the power play, on the 5-on-3. It's Devils 1, Blaze nothing.
Yeah, the Cardiff Devils do well. They just move the puck around. They have a bit of crossover at the front. And across the back end there, they go from Sanford to Martin, from one side to the other. And Joe Martin has got all the space that he needs to be able to put that one in the back of the net. Matt Robson seems to get bogged down a little bit there on the right-hand side and has to kind of try and move over and laterally. Doesn't quite have the spring and the push-off. Oh.
Power. Slap shot from the point. A big block from the Devils in Mosey, but they're going to get a breakaway. Olszewski with speed at the races. He scores short-handed. The Devils' second of the night. Koen Olszewski roared out of the penalty kill pack. And a clean wrister beats Robson down low on the blocker side. And the Cardiff Devils lead this game 2-0, Stu.
Jordan Power tries the big shot, and the rebound just doesn't sit well for him. Sits well for Koen Olszewski, who is at the races. No one is catching him at that point. Has the breakaway against Matt Robson, just slots it home to make it Coventry 0, Cardiff 2.
To the point. Hard pass across from Russell. It's picked up by Brandt. He's got a breakaway. In on goal, scores! And Riley Brandt makes it 3. The pass across from the point picked off. And the Devils' popular number 25 bear down on Robson and beats him low. Similar to the Olszewski goal still at the other end in the first period.
Yeah, very similar. Just takes the breakaway, keeps the puck down low, opts with speed and a quick release on the wrister. But you know, that pass just should not have been made from Connor Russell all the way. It was going to get picked off. And Riley Brandt off to the races, his 7th of the Elite League season.
Yep, 4 against the Blaze, if I remember right. In the first Blaze body to it. Able to get that puck around Helgeson to the top of the zone. Oh, it's been broken up by Sanford. He's going to charge in on a breakaway. Sanford, he scores! Took a piece of the glove of Robson, but it wasn't enough. And Cole Sanford makes it Cardiff 4, Coventry nothing. And again, it's another breakaway for the Cardiff Devils, and another one that's converted, this time by Sanford for goal 11 on the year.
Yeah, he's off to the races there again for the Cardiff Devils. Puck comes out, it gets turned over, and that means that Cole Sanford very quickly gets down the ice. Instead of going low this time, he goes high, goes glove side. and manages to beat Matt Robson again. And Cardiff Devils fans in Block 7 there, up on their feet, cheering away. They've got a lot to celebrate about right now.
Devils quite happy to not let the Blaze touch up here to take the 5-on-3. Shot to the back door, they score! It's going to be a delayed penalty goal. Ferguson, it careers in off what looked like a shin pad. But the Devils have added another to their ever-growing tally. It's Cardiff 5, Coventry nothing. Another power play marker. As we look at this one again, really nice vision from McDonald to pick out the man on the back door.
I think that's kicked in. I think you'll ever, if they get a chance to review that, they will. See, we'll get. I think there's a clear kicking motion there on the back door from Josh McDonald, and that arguably shouldn't stand. If it doesn't stand, Connor Russell's going to be sat in the box for 2 minutes.
Yes.
There is no greater honor that a club can bestow on an individual than retiring their number. And in my opinion, over the 40-year history of this great team, nobody has done more for this organization to ensure its survival than Franny. This arena, this team, this fan base, none of us would be here without him. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the ice, number 29, the franchise, Neil Francis.
Thank you so much, everyone. I honestly can't thank you enough. It's really humbling for me. I still count myself first and foremost a Devils fan. So to be honoured in this ultimate honour is just truly humbling. And every step of the way, the Devils, all the 34 years that I've been involved with the club, it's been my absolute privilege to represent this great club.
The backboards and right through Connor Capone. This boy is on fire tonight. Back in the lineup and staking a claim to stay there. Capone having a hack about. Here we go. The gloves are off. Capone's getting a few rights in at the moment. Capone just can't get his arms free at the moment, having to take a few. He answered the bell, Capone, and the Lions are going to jump in. That shirt has just made Capone it's possible to get his arms free. And that is a huge rallying call for Conor Capone, who absolutely cleared out his man with that hit.
Yeah, credit to Matthew Bowden for stepping up, but what a hit that is by Conor Capone. Capone is 5'9", 180. Griffin Luce is 6'3", 216. A huge weight disparity, and Capone drilled him down to the ice. It was a beautiful hit. And I don't think he'll mind that he didn't really get the better of that fight, because my word, is that a hit. There you see, Luce is a big lad, Griffin Luce, and you'll see he absolutely cleared out. I mean, I don't personally see why there needs to be a fight after that, but there is, and the gloves are dropped.
Or if you're 6'3", why you need someone else to do it.
Exactly.
Hook with the shot pass off of the pads, and it just doesn't work for him. Kugler catches, fires, is there in front! Ethan Strang, how has he not scored? What a save, Christian Stover! Oh me, oh my. Kugler catches that, it sits up in front, and on his 100th game, Ethan Strang could see the bright lights, could see the highlight reel, and instead the only highlight reel goes to Christian Stover. What a save that is!
As the Flyers get some new penalty killers on the ice.
Chance, goal! It's that man again! It's Riley Brandt who halves the deficit. It's Devils 1, Flyers 2.
Well, regardless of how they got on the power play, which I would be aggrieved against if I was the Fife Flyers, this is a superb goal from the Devils. You could just see, I mean, the entry is good. You've got Kontos feeding, Olszewski coming at speed. That pass to Riley Brandt, who always seems to find some space on the ice. And he's done it again. He's popped out into that spot there.
Huge hit coming in from Capone! Oh my word, that is a huge hit! And it is all kicked off. My, oh my. That is one of the most explosive body-to-body contacts you're going to see in hockey.
I could see that hit coming.
Wow. Boom.
Absolutely folds him in half. That is a well-timed hit. The player's on the puck.
Goal! A deflection in front of Shane Owen has given the Devils a little bit of hope. Devils 2, Flyers 3.
And this time it's the Devils who hit on the counter punch. The Flyers had the opportunity, they hit the post down there, and this is throwing pucks at net with bodies there. You've got to find a way to beat Shane Owen, and sometimes it needs to be a greasy one like that.
Kontos gets a good touch on that. And another good touch. Goal! It's that man again! Riley Brandt with his second of the night, and the game-tying goal in the third. Devils 3, Flyers 3.
And this is just good perseverance from the Devils, isn't it? It's loose puck after loose puck, shot after shot. A funny altercation with the referee. It's a great bit of vision from Fournier. Puck eventually pops out to Brandt, who again finds his little honey hole.
Picks it up with motion and pace, but not the pass. Shot and a goal! Kontos lays it on! Barrow puts the finish! The Devils have turned this around in the third! Devils 4, Fife 3.
What a goal under pressure for the Cardiff Devils, and take a bow Christoph Kontos with the patience on this play. It's a bobbling puck. It comes to the Devils, but watch, he waits it there, and it's a perfectly threaded pass through to Ryan Barrow, being where Ryan Barrow typically is, right at the net. Great resilience from the Devils to get in the lead for, I think, the first time in this.
Win the draw as well, move this in. Amquist gets across there, trying to send it round. Oh, sent it past just there, flicked in very quickly. Fisker's lost sight, and that's across the line for the equaliser. Ryan Barrow ties things up with just 57 seconds on the clock in the second period. Dundee 1, Cardiff 1.
Well, let's look at this back. It's a huge equalising goal for the Cardiff Devils.
Yeah, Fisk makes the save there, just loses sight of it. And quickest to react is Barrow. We are tied at 1. Sanford across the line. Skates this all the way around, pops it out in front, comes out for Estes. Estes fires, it's wide, chance on the rebound, and across the line for the equaliser. Cole Sanford is on the spot to tie things up with 4:58 left in the second. Dundee 2, Cardiff 2. Let's have a look at this one. Sanford just wheels all the way around, takes up position here off the plexi and across the line. Quick to react, Cole Sanford. Well, tied again in this game. Down in the corner, send it back out to the point. Devils cycle this back around. Martin is there, pops out, chance in, shot in, save from Fisk again, didn't get it in the glove though, and Cardiff still have the pressure. Estes will fire and scores! Estes gives the Devils the lead in this one with just 8:07 remaining. Dundee 2, Cardiff 3.
Well, we'll see this back. This could be a huge goal for the Cardiff Devils with 8:07 left in the game. Estes with goal number 3. Potentially, let's have a look and see back here.
The goalie's got no chance for that. Massive screen from Olszewski in front. So, 3-on-3, sudden death overtime is underway. It's the Stars who have possession. Move this across then, it's Nass up the centre. Oh, dispossessed. Gets away with that one. It's McDonald put the pressure on. There's a giveaway here for Martin. Martin skates in. Devils pushing this in. Close, scores! Breakdown for the Stars in front of the benches. And the Devils take advantage and score to win this game in overtime with just 20 seconds gone. Final score tonight: Dundee Stars 3, Cardiff Devils 4. So, Paul Thompson applauds the travelling support across the right-hand side, heads off to the dressing room to get his thoughts shortly as the winning coach from this evening's game. Swanee is ringside. Oh, I've got some shenanigans over here as well, I think. What's going on? Well, what's he doing? What is he doing? Oh. What was that? I don't know.
forced out. It's Richardson and tapped into the back of the net off a lovely feed by Ben Davies.
Back on the point with Jackman, fires that one in, it comes for us, it's Ben Davies! He's just been called up to Team GB, and he shows why!
Davies! Goal! A long old skate by Ben Davies, and he picks up his own rebound. Chance here, Davies scores!
As Matt Alvaro and Koen Olszewski will get us underway. The puck is down for Elite League action between the Guildford Flames and the Cardiff Devils. At the time that, and instead these two are going to go. Lacroix didn't like the hit, and Racine will put Lacroix down to the ice. He cannot do so. And again, the puck into space. Stover's forced out of his net. Plays it around. It sits up for Alvaro, and Stover can't get back. Fires, and he only finds the pads of Stover. The shot comes in and deflects in front as Alini and Racine. You do wonder if they're going to go again here, and they will. Be a second fight of the night for Jonathan Racine. As Alini and Racine were just batting away at each other. As they were battling the flame zone, holding on to each other, and Racine with the jab. Just holding Alini at bay. The longer reaches, Racine will reach over the top with the right. More jabs from Racine, and this one doesn't really go very far. As Racine is ushered towards the room, but a second fight of the night will take him out of the action. Usually finishes his hit on Fournier, but that one's going to sit up for Olszewski. Olszewski has to try and find a way around T-Sink and cannot do so. Keeps a hold of the puck though, does the Devils. Number 21's there at the side of the net. Fazio, and the Devils have equalised. Joey Martin on the doorstep with a captain's goal when it was needed. And at 34-13, the scores are level again. There's the drive off the outside of the net. Fazio needs to get back into his crease. Just doesn't sit up kindly. The shot, the score! Joey Martin, tie game! The all-time Elite League import point scorer, the all-time Elite League appearance holder with a captain's goal at the death. 1 minute and 9 seconds left to play in the game, and a huge power play goal for the Cardiff Devils. Fournier fires, all he finds is the leg of Tyler Bush. The Devils will try again. Kontos. Fournier. So just take their time. Barrow screening the sight of Fazio. Immediate shot, the score! Gleeson Fournier has broken Guildford hearts again. 3-2 Cardiff is your final.
Ice hockey and a huge game tonight. Cardiff Devils up against Belfast Giants in a top-of-the-table encounter. It comes amid a surge of interest in the sport, driven by the Winter Olympics and the television drama Heated Rivalry, which follows two male hockey stars in a secret relationship. It's been bringing new fans to the game, as Amelia Belli has been finding out.
Are there any gay hockey players?
None that have said it publicly.
Clashes on the ice and hidden romance off it. Heated Rivalry tackles some of sport's biggest taboos. The smash hit charts the relationship between ice hockey players Canadian Shane Hollander and Russian Ilya Rozanov in a sport, like many others, with vanishingly few openly gay or bisexual players. In the process, it's attracted first-time fans to the ice. And while professional players at Cardiff's Vindico Arena haven't watched it yet, it's prompted conversation here too.
The more the sport is inclusive, the better it's going to be and the healthier it's going to be going forward. Like I say, whether that's from the LGBTQ community or whether that's from a female perspective. I mean, I got a daughter now, she wants to play, you don't want her to feel like she can't play, do you know what I mean? And that should be the same within no matter what sport it is.
I hope that the show has encouraged them to, you know, at least if you don't want to try playing hockey, like I said, come to a game. Because, you know, not just our team, but around the league and around the world, you know, many organizations are trying to show that hockey is for everybody.
As one of the UK's top teams, Cardiff Devils games already sell out. But in recent weeks, with heated rivalry and the Olympics, they've noticed a burst of interest in a sport that's already been growing.
You look across the whole league right now, and every team would be saying the same thing. Like Sheffield, for example, the Sheffield Steelers, they're the biggest club in the league. They have, I think their arena holds just over 9,000 people. They wish it was 11,000. Ours is 3,100, wishes ours was 5 or 6. People ask me this all the time. How do you capitalize on the interest? Or we can't sell any more tickets. You know, like I wish we could.
Instead, audiences are skating to the lower leagues. Cardiff Canucks recently posted record attendance figures, while Cardiff Fire's most recent match, also a Pride night, saw bumper audiences too. Its manager, who's also a Devils photographer and a proudly gay man, says part of that was take-up from LGBTQ clubs.
We had probably our biggest attendance for a Fire game in quite a few years. Some people had been before, some people it was their first time. But I did see comments from people where they had seen heated rivalry, they didn't know much about hockey, and then they came down for their first time.
There's also hope that the influx of new fans and the conversation sparked by heated rivalry can create further change. It's a sport that, in the male professional leagues globally, has at times been criticised for a macho culture and homophobia. Cardiff Devils have helped pave the way. They were the first side in the UK, and say possibly the world, to introduce an annual Pride night in 2017. The atmosphere here has been a big draw for die-hard Devils fan Emily Garside.
In the UK, we are really active in our Pride nights for fans. We're really inclusive as a community, but there's still a really long way to go. You know, statistically, there are probably players in the closet still who are afraid to be open about their sexuality. But also we've got junior hockey players coming up through the ranks who we'd really love to be able to just be who they are and play as they move into the professional game. And I think this is a great stepping stone to open up all those conversations, but it doesn't quite reflect the reality of the game just yet.
Tonight, this rink will be full of fans hoping to win against rivals Belfast Giants. Those without tickets can watch the Olympic showdown between the USA and Canada on the weekend, the latest dramas in a sport scoring audiences on and off the ice.
Amelia Belly with that report.
Here we go. Tetlow and Helgeson. Tetlow aims a punch, Helgeson gets a couple in. Helgeson with no helmet and hits the deck. So they'll get 5 each for fighting. We don't see many of those anymore.
No, absolutely no. But you know what? As you said, it's been brewing a little bit here, and
looks like Helgeson is heading off. I think he may have been cut. To put him under pressure. Plini lays that over, but it takes a wicked bounce off the boards, and Fossier picks it up. Now gets it to Alfaro. Doherty! Oh, what a save! What a save by Stover! Watch this. Alfaro, Doherty wide open. What a great save.
Yeah, unbelievable save.
I think that's a top contender for save of the week.
Yeah, especially, you know, in a 2-0 game, still with plenty of time left.
Boudry has been playing excellently since he's been paired with Lee, and he is that offensive threat more so now than ever, to be honest.
Cardiff again with a nice break out through centre ice. Barrow to the outside. Tries to feed it, it's in! It's come off a body in front. Not sure if it all the way through to Barrow, but the Devils are on the board and it's 1-0.
Yeah, it was a good centering pass. I think it maybe went off Barrow's skates. Certainly no kick in motion, but it went off Barrow's skates, and he's got himself in that dirty area and got the first goal for the Cardiff Devils. That's his 13th league goal of the season. That's the start that the guys who are riding the Cardiff shirts are absolutely enjoying.
Brett Ferguson driving down the left. Barrow drives the net, stick in the air, and just gets body possession on Boudria. And as you say, Barrow gets the Devils off to a great start. 1:25 in, and it's 1-0. Good support from Roach. Torensky can't clear. A shot from distance. It's in. It's in.
Yeah, Barrow with the tip in. The Giants just didn't get it out of the zone. Torensky had an opportunity. That's a really good play from Barrow, just making a nuisance of himself in the slot again. But the Giants were the architects of their own downfall there.
Torensky's got to do better there. He's coming out of the penalty box, and I know he's been sitting for 2 minutes, but he's got to get that out. The Devils, Olini from the point takes a tip in front, and that looks like Ryan Barrow's got a second goal of the game, and that's a great tip.
Yeah, he got himself in a beautiful position there, and you know, Kupski given no chance. Devils back on top.
Hansen can't control, breaks free for Sanford. Now Sanford drives forward. Sanford splits the defence, cuts inside, slots it home, and it's 3-2 to the Devils. Another mistake from the Giants' blue line, and Sanford all himself.
Yeah, that was great speed from Sanford. He picks up the puck. Both defensemen seem to leave Sanford to the other one. That's a great finish, 5-hole on Jake Kupski, and again the Devils take the lead. Cole Sanford makes no mistake.
Cole Sanford slots it home, and that's his 19th goal this season. And another, as I say, mistake on the Giants' blue line.
Sanford's been a real thorn in the side of the Giants so far this year. That's his third goal in games against the Giants.
McDonald spins, sends it back to the top. Nice movement from the Devils around the outside. A shot there. That's in. It's tipped in front. I'm not sure he got the final touch, but the Devils now extend their lead. That's a power play goal. It's 4-2.
Looks like Cole Sanford with his second goal of the evening.
Sanford from Contos and Martin at 52-15, and the Devils are on the board again. That's now 4-2 with a power play goal for the Cardiff Devils.
Yeah, Sanford with only his third power play goal so far of the season, but a very important one, and it's a real mountain to climb for the Belfast Giants now.
Mike Lee into the zone, just tied up enough, sends it through the slot. That's going to exit the zone once again, and Godet has to back up. There's an empty net now. It's now 5-2. The Devils have finished it off. A mistake again, and McDonald gets the insurance marker for Cardiff, and they've now got a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, McDonald with his 21st goal of the season puts an exclamation mark on this Giants defeat. The Devils will be leaving the first night victorious of this doubleheader.
As the seconds tick away here at the SSE Arena, the Devils, as I say, that 5-2 victory in the first game of this doubleheader this weekend is a marker that they want to set tonight, because they just want to let everybody know that they're not out of this title race.
Devils holding it up in the right corner, trying to send it back to the point. Good pressure though on the half boards. McFadden pinning them in. Mosey goes across. Chance here. Slot. Goal for the Cardiff Devils, and just like last night, they get the ascendancy early on in this one.
Yeah, it's another defensive breakdown by the Giants. McFadden tracking a player, Irwin not picking up his assignment, and really easy opportunity and well finished by the Cardiff Devils to go 1-0 up.
It's that perennial thorn in the side of anybody who plays against him. Riley Brandt gets the goal for the Devils tonight to open the scoring.
Riley Brandt with his 15th league goal of the season, then already the Giants have left themselves with a little bit of a hole to get themselves out of.
So with 2 minutes 12 seconds gone, it's the Cardiff Devils who have the lead, and the Giants again with something to chase. And Estes now has it for the Devils. Conto's nice pass, finds Brandt, and he finds the back of the net for the second time tonight. Cardiff Devils 2, Belfast Giants 3.
What a fantastic pass from Contos. He finds Brandt streaking through the neutral zone. He goes through one-on-none on Kupski and makes no mistake. Again, finishing with absolute authority for his second goal of the evening.
Yeah, they just managed to settle things down, and Christoph Contos, what a find on that stretch pass to Riley Brandt.
Brandt did so well to stay on side there, timed his zone entry perfectly, and finished with great composure. It's almost like a different Riley Brandt this season. He looks like an out-and-out sniper.
Well, yeah, that's 2 excellent finishes from that man tonight. Number 25 for the Cardiff Devils. Good check coming on back on him from Olney. Contos up the left wing for the Devils. Finds a player in the centre, and it's Riley Brandt who gets the hat-trick.
Riley Brandt with a hat-trick, a great finish there. Just before he went through to score that goal, he was actually slashed by Lake in the middle of the ice. And instead of Brandt going seeking retribution like he might have done in seasons gone by, focused purely on the goal, gets his third of the night, due reward, and the hats fly from the Cardiff Devils fans. And boy, did Riley Brandt look like he enjoyed that.
Absolutely. Couldn't tell you when his last hat-trick was, but he's a player who's usually involved, as you say, in some of the, shall we say, darker arts of ice hockey, but tonight showing his...
Enchley cuts down now, Martin takes over, Martin shoots and scores! The Devils have started this game ever so brightly, and Joey Martin gets the go-ahead goal. Devils 1, Panthers 0.
Joey Martin had the hot hand up in Glasgow with 2 goals on the night, and he's got another one here tonight. And I thought it was a great play by Brett Polini on the blue line. Just it's a cross-ice pass by Jimmy Alini, and he was just drawing his marker in there to set Martin through. And then when Martin moves through, you can just see he's got some of that confidence back, and he puts the Devils on the board.
Stover will clear. Luckily hit the glass. Out in front! Goal! It has been a superb penalty kill, and it is rewarded with a goal. Devils 2, Panthers 0.
Well, that penalty kill had absolutely everything, from Ryan Barrow ragging the puck for 30 seconds, a big stretch pass from Christian Stover, and Capone didn't give up the chase. He just took a check over his shoulder to see if anyone with him, and he did. He had Ben Davis, and we've seen Ben Davis do that before, top shelf. Puts the Devils 2 ahead, short-handed goal.
48. Devils just not finding the lane at the moment. Contos does find the lane, it's a goal! It pops off of Joey Martin again, and it's a power play goal for the Devils, who race to a 3-goal lead.
It's quick movement from the Devils on the power play, and we've been saying about that. It's been a little slow at times this year, but that was really quick movement. And you can see the killers from Nottingham, they weren't quite sure which way to go. In the end, it's a fortuitous finish off the body of Joey Martin, but the movement leading up to it from McDonald there, a very quick shot, some disguised shot from Pontos. He gets the rebound.
Richardson, Martin. Chance, goal! Joey Martin outfoxes Kevin Carr with a lovely little pass behind the net, and the Devils have a 2-goal advantage again. Devils 4, Panthers 2.
Well, this has been a genius from Joey Martin. I mean, we've said that a lot over the years, but this is absolutely fantastic. You can see it's McDonald there that rims the puck, he runs out of room, and look, just when he thinks Martin's going the other way, you can see Kevin Carr, his eyes turn, he sees Joey Martin on his forehand, but it's just a little crafted pass to the back post there.
Another turnover for the Panthers. Shot! Goal! It's that man again, Riley Brandt, who extends the Devils' lead once more. It's Devils 5, Panthers 2.
But Riley Brandt was in the ones to watch for a reason. I mean, this season that he's having in front of goal is fantastic. I mean, that was probably one of his easier ones, but it was a good, quick reaction. It came, as you said, from another Panthers turnover. It's a shot on net that's speculatively, but Polini had the awareness there to see Brandt to the back door, and he just draws all the attention to him, shifts it to the backside. Brandt gets a tap in for his 18th of the year. Now we're actually seeing them shoot but with other purposes, just to try and create something for their teammates. And an example of that's a bad angle shot by Barrow, but that can easily skip out and create a chance.
There's Barrow again. Out in front and a goal! Cole Sanford did have a grade A chance, and he made no mistake. Devils 6, Panthers 2.
Well, just as we were saying, creating things for other people, I mean, it's the face-off as a result of that play by Ryan Barrow. He got a face-off in the Panthers C-zone and makes the most of it with a good play right onto the tape of Cole Sanford. And Cole Sanford in there, I mean, he's a top goal scorer, and he finishes that one like a top goal scorer. It's a wonderful bit of hustle there, I think, from Contos first of all. Lovely pass from Barrow, and then Sanford with a finish to match all of that.
Chance of a wraparound, but he's gone in! It's 7-up for the Cardiff Devils. I think Contos has got the final touch. They kill a penalty, they get a goal. Devils 7, Panthers 2.
And this goal starts off by the willingness to chase down again from Conor Caponi. It was the end of the penalty kill. He chased Fauché right down the ice, and Fauché couldn't snake his way out of it. So from that pressure, with a turnover, Caponi gets a change for Contos, and it's Ben Davis from behind the net who did a good bit of work in shielding that puck. Somehow it squeezes its way out.
In real time, that is sublime. Contos from the face-off, straight across. The Devils thinking about it, it's gone through! From behind the goal line, it's taken a touch off of Cruz, and the Devils take the lead. Devils 1, Stars 0.
Well, it's Cole Sanford who'll skate to the bench as the goal scorer. It's his 19th of the year. I'm going to need to see that one again, because it looks as if he's thrown it off the back of Emil Cruz and into the net. Here we go, we'll see it again. He went to go around the net, and I think he was just throwing this one out in front, and yeah, it's come off, I think, either the skate or the pad of Cruz and into the back of his own net. You can see his reaction as well.
Sanford and Barrow gone in. Now here's Contos. The Devils done really well to win possession of that puck back. Contos shoots, and it's there! Ryan Barrow puts the rebound away, and the Devils double their advantage late in the first. Devils 2, Stars 0.
It's Ryan Barrow with the goal, but it's a huge amount of credit to that whole line. Sanford and Barrow working hard initially down low. Contos with a great little give and go as well to open up the opportunity. And in the end, it drops out in the blue paint for Ryan Barrow to tap into an empty net. Contos it was there, and then Barrow in the end just quickest to react to a loose puck and tucks it away to double the Devils' lead. Yeah, a lot better from the Devils on the forecheck here. Stars don't get a moment on the puck, and there's another chance.
Mosey, save, rebound! Brett Pellini gets on the score sheet, and it's nothing less than he's deserved for his endeavour tonight. The Devils go 3-0 into the lead.
Yeah, the Devils have looked like scoring over the past few shifts. A huge amount of pressure on the Dundee Stars, and in the end, it's quick off the rush. Great play, lovely little pass, and Pellini tucks away the rebound here. Just see it drop back to Mosey, takes the shot, Cruz, it jumps out, and unfortunately he can't do much more. and see Brett Pelini turn the puck into the back of the net.
Mosey through traffic, and it's there! An early goal for the Devils, for Christoph Kontos on the rebound. Devils race ahead. It's Devils 1, Stars 0. Doesn't get on net again, and Sanford under pressure from McBean. Now it's opened up for the Devils once more, and this time Kontos makes no mistake, gets the 4th on the board. Devils 4, Stars 0. Sanford. Chance and a goal! That is the hat-trick. Send him onto the ice. Kontos has had an unreal game tonight.
Hazeldine has to make a nice pass back to Buzaveri. It's picked up by the Devils, however. Cardiff are offside, and Ferguson and Sorceman have got each other by the scruff of the neck, and they're going to fight behind the net of Robson. 2 seasoned vets going at it on the backboards. Good right hand from Ferguson. Sorceman throws onto the body, and eventually they lose balance and go down in a feisty start here in Coventry.
That's with him. Mitchell Balmas saved by Stover. First real shot in anger by either team. And there's a chance now for a Devils odd man rush. Here is Sanford. Sanford's got Kontos ahead of him. Estes is dropping back. Kontos chips it in. And 8 minutes and 21 seconds in, we finally get a whistle. And it's going to be for a goal horn as well. Franny, we got there eventually.
Well, I will let you take a breath, because that is as long as a first shift without a whistle as I can remember. But it's ended up with a Devils goal on probably the first chance for the Devils, and it's great play by Sanford. A good skate, we've got to say, by Kontos. He drives that net with purpose. He gives Sanford the target, and he finishes
Shevsky along the boards. McDonald and Cormier into it. And a Justin Martin, saved by Greenfield, and the follow-up is tucked into the back of the net by Joey Martin. And having made several chances at the end of this second with 7.9 seconds to go, the Devils double their lead.
Yeah, that's a big kick in the teeth of the Steelers. They're all hoping that buzzer's coming a little bit quicker. It has been coming, hasn't it, for the Devils? And Olive Chesky does a good job getting it deep. McDonald wins the board battle. Good one-timer by Martin. Great reaction save by Greenfield. But it's Martin that then reacts quickly to the rebound and puts it home for the second time.
And again, a misplaced pass. And this time it lets the Devils through. Kontos with Sanford with him. Those two right now are on fire. Kontos to Sanford. Devils 3, Steelers 0.
And it's a great steal initially by Nolan Yaremko, and it sets Kontos and Sanford on a 2-on-0, and this time it's Kontos that returns the favour to Sanford. Sanford drives to the back door, Kontos waits him out. Let's have a look at this. We've already had the interjection by Yaremko, and Kontos there, he's putting Greenfield in 2 minds by just hanging on to it a little bit. He knows he's got the stick of Sanford in the back door. Easy tapping.
Shot from distance. And another one. And almost another one. It is another one. And it's that man again. 6 in 6 for Brett Pelini. The Devils 4, Steelers 0.
Well, I'm glad we didn't curse him with bigging him up too much on the 5 in 5. He's now made it 6 in 6 with a good following up on some great pressure from the Devils. Brandt involved in the thick of things, but the Devils have put tons and tons of pressure on the net of Matt Greenfield. There's bodies in front, 2 guys there, and you can see it comes to Brandt, who goes for the spinorama shot, but it's blocked by the Steelers D-man. It's onto the stick of Pelini. And we said it about Balmas.
Is Alini going to do the same? No, he's not. Now he is. Now we're going to go. And I think the penalty on the original play is going to be against Hurd for pushing Alini into the net. Is what we're hearing. There's more going on now, and we may even have a line brawl developing. Southorn and Brandt. Hurd and Alini continue on. And the referees, well, they think about getting in the way, they don't. Hurd with some bombs on Alini, who's not normally a scrapper, but in the end Alini doing his best just to calm things down. To keep a hold of that 4-goal lead in these final few minutes. Mosey to Kontos. Kontos fans on his pass. It's the first time I've said that tonight. Yaremko through the blue paint, and it is in. It was broken, it was scrappy, but I think Nolan Yaremko has got his goal.
Yeah, the smile on his face tells it all. He's been through a rough ride with injuries this year. This second spell of returning from this injury, he looks like a different player, and he's delighted to get that goal. It's a welcome return to the lineup for him, just in time for the playoffs. And he's following up on his own rebound there. But yeah, big smile from Nolan Yaremko. Well
by Carr. Oh, big check by Helgeson on Betteridge. Really good check. And now Vulcan went straight after Helgeson. Well, for me, there was nothing wrong with the check at all.
No.
And Helgeson takes Vulcan down. But Vulcan going straight after Helgeson for the check on Betteridge, which looked absolutely fair enough to me.
But you know what, though? That's what the Panthers need. You know, that's where you can hear the noise in this building already. Obviously, Helgeson got the better. You know, well, I mean, you say that, but the puck's nowhere near Ollie when he hits him. But you know, I think obviously Helgeson got the better of that fight, but you know, that's what you need. You need someone to step in for someone. You can feel the sort of you know, temperature rise in this building, and I mean, for me there, you know, Ollie doesn't touch that puck, or if he does, it's certainly long gone when Helgeson hits him.
Pressure from Stamford, now Hildeman. Oh, play right into the centre. Carr has to poke it away, and it falls for Kontos, who finds the net. It was a mistake right in front, and Devils do get the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, and it had to be Kontos, didn't it? I think, you know, the Devils have done everything tonight except for the puck in the net, and, you know, they just maybe needed that little bit of fortune, as you say. You know, Kevin Carr does a great job coming out. You know, he gets the poke check and right off of the leg of the oncoming Yaremko, and it just falls to Kontos. Nothing he can do.
Here's Helgeson, comes out from behind his own net. Played to Richardson, Richardson ahead of him. Lemay's looked to take that on, but Devils win it back, and here's McDonald, comes behind the net. Back around again, fired in by Martin, saved by Carr, and he's chipped in again. It was a really nice finish, and Devils go 2 ahead. And this time, it's Jimmy Olney.
Yeah, and again, I think, you know, Kevin Carr makes that first save, kind of a bit like the first goal. It's just kind of jumps up on. We'll see here. Shot comes in, good save. Oh yeah, just.
I wonder if he meant that. That's a fabulous finish.
I certainly don't think so. It looks like he got under it. You'll see here as that puck knuckles up.
As Kontos increases his point streak to 10 games, 6 goals and 13 assists.
He certainly looked excellent tonight.
Oh, right in front, McDonald. It's 3-0 on the power play.
Really, really well worked again. That just zipped that puck around on the power play, and you could see that coming. McDonald wide open in the slot there, and you know, Devils now getting their just desserts for 2 periods of hard work, but you see McDonald just kind of get lost right in the middle of that box. He gets lost, and you know, Kevin Carr's been outstanding tonight, but he's not going to make that save. That's an inch perfect shot right to the corner.
Still with that 2 advantage. Here's Brandt. Oh, played out in front. What a pass from Brandt, and what a great finish by Brendan Pellini. So Brett Pellini.
Yeah, great. You know what? Riley Brandt in on the forecheck. He does all the work there. He does all the work, wins that puck, and he finds Pellini.
There goes another former Panther on the score sheet after Christoph Kontos with the first. Brett Pellini beat an excellent 4-1 victory for the Cardiff Devils. They will take the runners-up spot in the Elite League.
And a Johnson Martin, saved by Fifield, and the follow-up is tucked into the back of the net by Joey Martin.
you know, it's deflating when you realize that you can't win the league. That was the ultimate goal. But I think there's still a lot of pride in finishing in second, and I think that motivated us. But also, at the end of the day, we wanted to just continue to be progressing as a team, getting better going into playoffs, because, you know, I don't think you can really just flip a switch going into playoffs from playing some mediocre hockey to then all of a sudden having to pick it up. So I think ultimately our goal is to be playing our best hockey going into these, you know, playoffs, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that.
In the past, maybe the first team plays the 8th team and the second team plays the 7th team, and it's not a gimme, but it's you know, it's all probable that the top teams are going to go through. Today, you have to be the best over the next 6 periods.
Here's Fournier, shoots and Robson, spills it in, Yaremko puts it away. The Devils get an early goal in this one. This Devils 1, Blaze 0.
They're a good team, you know, and they got to a cup final, and they got there on merit. You know, it's tougher. It's tougher to win the Challenge Cup than it is the playoffs.
Shot in and he's found his way through. The pressure tells from the Blaze eventually. And we're all square here at the Vindico. Devils 1, Blaze 1.
I would say we're playing some of our best hockey. I think we're playing confident. I think we're just a very confident hockey team right now.
Martin. Blasted a goal! Josh McDonald punishes the Blaze on the power play. The pressure finally tells. The Devils are back in the lead. It's Devils 2, Blaze 1.
Ultimately, we want to be going to Nottingham that Final Four weekend. We should be there when we want to be there. And I think it's up to us. I think if we play our best hockey, I think we can beat any team in the league. We've proved that. So we expect to be there.
We have to be at our best. And you know what? Over this last month, we have been.
You don't enjoy the little things in hockey life. I mean, why are you here? As both Yaremko and Pellick swing high with the stick for that loose puck in the air. Both gentlemen come away unscathed. Now here's Sanford. Push off to the top of the circle, to the trailer. Mosey with a chance, he scores! Time and space for Evan Mosey on the trailer. Ripped that puck home. Only picked up 1 goal on the regular season, but Evan Mosey, who's played forward and defence throughout his career, he's not going to miss that, Stu.
Yeah, not going to miss that indeed. He gets a really good look at the goal. Cardiff come across 3 abreast to start with, and then Evan Mosey on the trailer. All the base players have parted across, followed the men. No one's picking up Evan Mosey, and like I say, he doesn't need a second opportunity that good, and ties it up at 1 apiece.
Good stretch pass, picked up by Yaremko. Walks into Clements, pass to the back door. Sanford can only take it out of his skate. That was enough for Connor Russell to muscle him to the outside. The Devils are going to have a chance in front, and they score. Kontos played right out from behind the net. Under the forehand of Christoph Kontos. A tidy finish. Something from nothing, and the Devils get their first lead of the night.
Good bit of heavy forecheck from the Cardiff Devils, springs the puck loose, and it goes onto the stick of Christoph Kontos. Sanford tries to wrap it round, and he's kind of played against the board by Russell, sorry, and then Bariga can't get it out, and Yaremko turns it over, and it ends up right on the stick of Christoph Kontos.
2-1 loss against the Cardiff Devils in the quarterfinals of the playoffs.
Kevin Moore last night very guarded in a way, I guess, with his post-game interview, and said he hasn't much to say because the game's still going on. And it is going on with McDonald! It's a goal! Within a minute, the Devils double their advantage over the tie. They take a lead on the night. It's Devils 1, Blaze 0.
It's coming on Olszewski with the opener for the Devils. That is the perfect start. That is everything they could have asked for. It was wonderful breakout work from them. Joey Martin found McDonald, who held it just long enough. And he finds Olszewski at the far stick. And Robson so very close to getting on that one, but not quite close enough.
Sanford now, back to Fournier at the point. Kontos. Martin, what a save! Goal! Josh McDonald puts the rebound away on the power play. The Devils are 2 goals to good on the night. It's Devils 2, Blaze 0.
And it's Josh McDonald who gets the final touch on that one. Robson had made a couple of fantastic stops. The Devils had come close on that power play, but in the end the pressure tells. You'll see it, Martin with a little bit of space, it drops in front. And try as they might, the Blaze can't keep that one out.
Deflected over the bar, falls back to the stick of Christoph Contos. Martin scores! It's another power play goal, and the Devils now have 3. It's Devils 3, Blaze 0.
And it's Joey Martin once again who's been ghosted into those positions for about a month now, and it's half the reason the Devils power play has been good as it has been. And he gets another goal. The Devils get another on the man advantage. You see he's just got a little bit of space, gets the shot away. It's not a clean shot by any means, but it beats Robson, and the Devils go 3-0 up. And as we approach the halfway point in this game, is the 4-goal margin a little bit too far for the Blaze to catch up?
Well, we've seen him score 4 goals in a period here.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
So I'd say no to that question.
Goal number 3 for your Cardiff Devils scored on the power play by number 88 from Chicago to Joey Martin.
And they look to get one straight away, but it's blocked by the Devils. And now they're coming up forward. Pellini. He has support up to his left. Off the bell, and it's a goal! Riley Brandt makes it 4. It's punches and bunches here at the Vindico. Devils 4, Blaze 0.
And it's Riley Brandt who's earned his goal tonight. He's been fantastic all evening. You can see the smile on his face. And the Devils so quick to get another on the board. No sooner than they've added their 3rd, they get their 4th. Great play by Pellini, and he plays this shot to ask for a rebound. He wants it to deflect out to a Devil, and it does. And Riley Brandt bundles down to the ice. He gets one on the board.
The time is ticking down now, and the Devils will go to Nottingham. They've been building for the playoffs for weeks, but they needed to get over this test. They needed to best the Blaze, and they did best the Blaze. You score on the night, and advancing to the playoff weekend in Nottingham is the Cardiff Devils as they win by 4 goals to 1.
To the trailer, Mosey with a chance, he scores! Time and space for Evan Mosey on the trailer. Enough for Connor Russell to muscle him to the outside. The Devils are going to have a chance in front, and they score. Contos.
And it is going on with McDonald! It's a goal! Martin scores! It's another power play goal! He has support up to his left. Off the bell, and it's a goal! Riley Brandt makes it 4.
Well, what a moment we have now. It's semi-final number 1 from Motor Point Arena. The 2nd-ranked Cardiff Devils against number 8, the Glasgow Clan. Tried to find his own rebound, but he just toe-picked there at the last second, trying to come back across the green. Here's Ben Davis in front. Oh, what a finish! Capone makes it 1-0. Well, we say it's not always the captain or the best player. Sometimes it's the hardest worker, and Connor Capone, no goals in the playoffs as of yet, has his first.
Well, what he does well is he goes hard to the net, and he's able to get away from his man with some good speed. Davies picks up the puck, has a look, and waits for his Capone to get ahead, get away. Makes a great pass across, right there. No chance for Idicalio to close his legs in time to make that save. So, again, good puck movement from the Devils, good net drive, good pass from Davies. Just a good all-around play from the Devils to take a 1-0 lead.
Puts it along for Nielsen. Nielsen trying to work it along the wall. Good sticks there, and Kontos gets it out. Yaremko leaves it for Estes. Estes swings out wide, scores! Brandon Estes into the roof of the net, 2-1 Cardiff.
What a shot from Estes. Just walks in, picks his spot, and I always talk about that high wrist shot from inside the dot. You can get it under the bar, it's a tough save for the goalie. Idicalio just can't get a piece of this. Watch it, waits, and boom, he picks the top corner. That's just a fantastic shot. You would think Idicalio, in his mind, he thinks he should save this, but there could have been a little slight touch on the puck when the shot comes through from the defenseman's stick who's trying to block the shot. Might have been a slight little...
Less than a minute to go, 50 seconds remaining in regulation. The Clan looking to keep this alive. The Devils looking to get back to the final and avenge that loss in overtime last year to the Panthers. Here's Burke. Burke to McKay. The puck rolled on him. McKay didn't get the shot away. We're down to 30 seconds. And a great play there by Martin. It's going to be McDonald, who's had about 5 breakaways. And Martin with the empty net scores! Joey Martin will seal the deal. The Cardiff Devils will punch their ticket through to the grand final.
Well, I guess if anybody deserves a goal, you have to say Martin is one of those players. Like you were saying, he does all the little things, and again on that shift, he made a couple of great plays defensively, helped his team get the puck out of the zone. He finishes it off, finishes the game off with an empty net goal. Sometimes you look at the score sheet and you see players who don't score all that much but make a big difference. And Martin in this one, although he didn't have a point up to that point in the game, he'd been performing very well and doing a lot of those little things that you need to win championships. You said it, Murph, and there he gets the big empty net goal for his team.
Sanford will just roll it into the corner, and heartbreak for the Clan, elation for the Cardiff Devils as Paul Thompson leads his team to a 3-1 final in semi-final number 1. What every team starts off dreaming about when this journey to Nottingham commences. A meandering adventure from 4 teams down to 2. This is the final trophy of the 2025-2026 season. Here's Ben Davis in front. Oh, what a finish! Almost in front, Hurd scores! Estes swings out wide, scores! Jasper's going to have a breakaway from center ice, in all alone, scores! The EIHL playoff grand final, and it's live now. The final day of the 2025-26 Elite League season. It's the playoff final, the grand final, and it is the Cardiff Devils and the Sheffield Steelers live from Motor Point Arena. Now Doherty, back to Diffley. Good stick there by McDonald. And Hurd got his stick up on Olszewski. Olszewski went down. That's offside, but Olszewski said he was high stick by Hurd.
Well, we'll have to look at, a stick did come up, but was there a lot of contact? The referees didn't think so.
This will be another look here. See Olszewski, I mean, that's...
Yeah, I mean, he's not even looking at the guy. He's trying to lift his stick up. I don't think there's going to be...
Let's see what Joe Sewell and Andy Dalton have deemed the tariff to be.
The double minor for high sticks.
So 2 plus 2. Here's Olszewski, drops it back for Estes. Estes had a big goal in the semi-final. Olszewski, back to the aforementioned Estes. Olszewski with a shot, scores! Power play goal, Cardiff, 1-0. Olszewski opens up the account of this grand final. Huge power play goal for the Devils.
Yeah, what a great shot. Just comes off the wall. Looks like he's going to make a play and he shoots it. That's the key. Greenfield is guessing. He thinks he's going to pass that puck. Estes makes a great pass coming all across the blue line. Olszewski just rips that. It's a great shot. Great snapshot into the corner. Greenfield doesn't see all that much. Perlini's in front taking his eyes away. Good all-around power play.
Here comes Evan Mosey, such a fine skater. Sends it out wide to Fournier. Fournier to Yaremko. Yaremko scores! Nolan Yaremko makes it 2-1 Cardiff.
Great play from Fournier off the wall. Yaremko walks in, left shot on the right side. Gets his head up right there. Fournier makes a nice pass there. Yaremko picks the corner off the post, it looks like. And that is a big goal for the Devils. Fournier, great speed coming through the neutral. That's a defenseman jumping up into the play. Fournier does that quite often in the game. Doesn't always get the puck, but that time he does. He makes a great pass to Yaremko, who buries it. The minute 28 here to go in the second. That's some big goal scoring in the last couple of minutes of the period. That'll give the Devils some momentum and confidence.
Helgeson. Helgeson's going to have to keep it in, trying to put it in deep, and does so. Diffley with 5 seconds remaining, doesn't want to make a mistake, but Sanford beats him. Here's Yaremko again, they score! Nolan Yaremko with 2 goals to finish out the period. It's 3-1 Cardiff.
Another big goal from Yaremko. It all came from the Steelers. Needed to talk a little bit more. All they had to do was rim the puck out of their zone. They had a winger on the wall. You can see there, they just went the wrong way with it. Yaremko buries it. Good forecheck, good hustle from Sanford on the play to recover, get puck recovery. They just had to rim it there, the Steelers, and they didn't. They went the wrong way with it. That's where sometimes you need some talk in your defensive zone. If they rim that, the puck comes out easily. Pretty much game over. Right now, Aaron Fox is going to get call a timeout and talk it over with his team.
Hurd and Olszewski will contest this pivotal moment.
A couple centermen on the ice just in case they... Martin to step in there, second option on that faceoff if needed.
Olszewski wins it. Here's a chance for McDonald. It's over! It's over! McDonald, the empty net goal! 4-2 Cardiff! He's had a whale of a weekend, he had a whale of a season, and that's a fitting goal with an exclamation point into the empty net for McDonald.
Yeah, he doesn't miss his chance. It bounces its way into the net, but it's on target. That's all that counts. What happened on the faceoff is the Steelers get the draw, but they just try to chip it back, but unfortunately weren't able to make contact on the back pass, and it ends up down the other end. Bit unlucky for the Steelers there, but bounces Cardiff's way.
Tremblay versus the captain, Joey Martin, who had an empty net goal to finish off Glasgow yesterday. And now Olszewski. Olszewski wants to make sure there's no icing. That's a great play by Olszewski. Follows it in. 38 seconds remaining. Olszewski happy to eat the puck and try and kill this clock. Ferguson comes in. Ferguson across for big Helgeson. Helgeson throws it in front. Olszewski will tap it home. That'll certainly be enough. 5-2 on the Olszewski goal. Second goal of the game for Olszewski. He had the first one, he's got the last one.
Well, you can see in the dying seconds here of this period, Steelers ran out of steam really down in their end of the ice. Players stopped moving. I don't think they had much legs left. The Devils make them pay for it. Puck just goes wide right there. Olszewski goes to the net, just taps that one in. Heads up play off the blue line. Helgeson, pass from him, probably could have taken the shot, but he decides he's going to give it to Olszewski. Paul Thompson. It's the first time I've seen him smile a little bit this weekend, but he knows.
20 seconds remaining. Tansey stripped by Yaremko. Harper. Southorn drops it back for Tansey. Tansey knows it's all over but the crying. 5 seconds remaining. And that'll do it! Done and dusted! The Cardiff Devils, for the first time since 2022, are the EIHL Grand Final winners. Your playoff champions, the Devils! Well, one of the classiest guys in the game, lifted high, Joey Martin. Win today and skate together forever, a moment in time for the Cardiff Devils, the 2026 EIHL playoff champions. What a night they'll have, and what a moment for each and every one of these guys, including the guys that weren't in the roster today, all out there celebrating, and that's the way it should be.
Christoph Kontos, two-time playoff winner, how do you feel?
I mean, there's no better feeling in the world than this right now. I know it's not the big one, but to end the year like this is just tremendous. I mean, such a special group of guys and be able to do it a second time in a row with them is unbelievable.
I watched you on the bench in that third period. You had a lot of pain there. You'd have to play through a lot of pain there.
Yeah, I had a little bit of issue, but other guys stepped up and I did what I could, and the boys closed it out, and that's the most important part.
You say the boys are great. Tell me what made this group of guys so good.
I mean, you can see it, the energy, the everything we're bringing to the table. The whole year we battled, and I think this is just such a special group.
Well done, Christoph.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Ringside again, it's the Managing Director of the Cardiff Devils, Todd Kelman, is with Chris Ellis.
Congratulations, how does that feel?
Amazing. Honestly, I'm so proud of these guys. I just think of that second period, I honestly thought the Steelers dominated us in the second period, and we came away with 2 goals, 2 late goals by Yaremko for a guy that basically was out all season. Absolutely huge. I'm just so happy for these guys. It's one of those teams where they're such a tight group, they deserve something, and we needed this. This organization, it's been a while since we won something, we needed this one.
Talk me about Paul Thompson. You brought him back to the UK. He's now a 3-time playoff winner, 3 different clubs, won the playoffs last year in Denmark. Why did you bring him back?
This is 100% why I brought Paul Thompson back. This is what our goal at the beginning of the year: win a championship. Belfast were the best team in the regular season. They were deserved league champions, but we wanted that playoff title, and we've been the best team in the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. We've been unstoppable, and that's based on how he's been coaching. He's a phenomenal coach. I love working with him. And he's the biggest reason. He drove these guys really, really hard the last 2 weeks, and they responded. Well deserved.
And now do you build? Because obviously Sheffield, Nottingham, the other teams, yourselves, were behind Belfast. Now is it about catching them in the regular season?
Yeah, it's hard, man. Belfast is a machine. They've been for whatever 7-8 years. They've been the best team. It's hard to think about next year. I want to think about the next 2 hours and how much we're going to enjoy ourselves.
I understand that. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ellie. Thank you.
I think Tyson Helgeson had a great game, lifting the trophy. His first year in the EIHL. You got that nice mix of veterans, the Joey Martins and the Richardson, and some of the new guys.
Mark, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty tired, but pretty good. I think we had so much confidence coming into the game, and we got timely goals. But against a team like Sheffield, Leeds never safe, and they pushed. So credit to them, and it feels pretty good though.
Your head coach and your GM have just said to me that they felt you were the best team for the past couple of months. Did you feel that as a group?
Definitely. I think the last couple of months, if we would have been consistently like that all season, I think things could have maybe been different. I think it would have been wrong for this team as a group of players not to win something. So I'm just really happy for everyone.
And a word for the supporters. They always back you so wonderfully. How crucial were they tonight?
I mean, every game at home all season, and even on the road, and then you see this and you hear them shouting. It kind of gives you a little in warm up, it gives you a little tingle, and it's so great to win it as well for them.
Well done, Richie.
Thank you.
And there's Ewan King, the assistant coach, Nicholas Horivari. That's a lovely moment for the coaching staff there.
It certainly is, and they worked very hard throughout the whole season, and you finally get to win a trophy. That's all that hard work pays off.
Well, there'll be quite a party for these guys. That WhatsApp group is a special group that'll be buzzing for the next 10 years talking about this moment. And this is the photo, like you said, that'll be on everyone's wall. The 2026 EIHL Grand Final winners, the playoff champions, the Cardiff Devils. For the first time since 2022, they had heartache last year, losing in overtime to the Nottingham Panthers, but that memory is gone, and a new memory created here for the men in red and green. For Chris Ellis, Paul Adey, and the entire Premier Sports crew, I'm Aaron Murphy. Until next season, goodbye for now from Motor Point Arena.
Oh, amazing. And I just said, I think the last 7 weeks, I think we've been the best team in the league by a country mile, and I think we were worthy champions of the playoffs this year, and that's down to the boys and our fans, and magical time.
You, like you say, you've been on this fantastic run of it, and there was that change after the Belfast doubleheader, and since then, what's clicked so well?
Yeah, well, you know, we always felt we had more, and we didn't do it consistently enough, and you know, so there was some tough times, some tough words, but it's these guys that do the job on the ice, and they're the guys that should be applauded right now.
Just a word on the fans this tonight as well. They were incredible.
Unreal. Ever since I came here, I've had so many people come up to me and say, Tomo, I used to hate you. And I'm not lying. There's 10 or 20 of them, and I hope they don't anymore.
Start of this season, you said successful season is trophies. Well, you got one. How do you define that?
That's why I came to the Cardiff Devils. They're a team that win trophies, and you know, I'm just one cog in the wheel.
Feels awesome, amazing. Yeah, I mean, great fans, great atmosphere. They've followed us all year, and yeah, I mean, it feels awesome with this group of guys. It's unreal.
It's been a tough year for you with injuries and stuff. How satisfying is it to end it like this?
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, it was kind of a rough year for me in terms of injury-wise, but honestly, this group of guys kept me up, and yeah, I mean, to finish like this is incredible. So,
2 very quick goals. What was going through your head at the end of that second?
Honestly, I just felt like the past couple days I've been shooting pucks and feel like they haven't been going in, and yeah, I mean, our team's great. We got great guys and a lot of skill that can find you in places, and yeah, I just feel like it was kind of coming, and yeah, Sandy goes hard in the second one. It gives me pretty much an open one. So yeah, I mean, I'm very lucky and fortunate to play with great hockey players.
And a word on these fans tonight.
Oh, unbelievable. Both days and all year. I mean, they bring the energy every single night. So it's the best feeling.
Yeah, it feels great. It's a relief, you know, especially this trophy. You know, after last year, the way we lost, you know, you can maybe have to go through those lows to enjoy these highs. So just relief, and really proud of the guys.
The Devils have been the form team in the league for, if not longer than a month now. And is this a culmination of the work you guys have done this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows a lot of character. Once Belfast won the league, it was kind of deflating, but a lot of games that kind of meant nothing. But, you know, I give credit to our group. We wanted to keep getting better going into playoffs. And, you know, I think we did that well, and I think it set us up for success because I think we played well, you know, today and throughout the playoffs.
For you personally, you've won a lot of trophies here in Cardiff, but you got to wear the C and lift that trophy tonight. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's going to be one of my biggest memories playing hockey, so it means a lot, and you know, we've been trying to chase some trophies for a few years now, so I just, you know, so relieved.
One more year?
We'll see.
This one feels really good. It's been a long time coming. You know, like it's the last one we won is in 2022. But you know, this is why we hired Paul Thompson and Nicholas. This is why we brought them in to win a championship, and it worked. So we're really happy.
It's a great bunch of guys. One of my most enjoyable years of hockey. It's just a great group. Everybody's bought in, wants to win. We have fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight.
We're just kind of losing our head a little bit, celebrating on the bench, and I think sometimes it's nice being on the ice to celebrate, but it's sometimes even better being on the bench and celebrating with the rest of the team.
It's phenomenal. I mean, you know, winning trophies is what I'm in the sport for. I mean, I've had a couple of projects in Europe where I've had lower teams that we've gone on to win with, and that's great satisfaction. I took over a Cardiff Devils club that, you know, it's not easy in the current climate with the big arena teams. You know, and we're a fantastically well-run club, so magical time. I'm a happy man.
It's been amazing. So I think we have over 1,000 Devils fans with us here today. They've been phenomenal all weekend. You could hear them. They were so loud. This is why you play hockey, right? This is why you do these things. It's no fun playing without sold-out crowds, and we are lucky. We have a phenomenal fan base. They've been great this year, and I couldn't say enough about the fans. And I don't think they ever realize how much the noise and how much the support you can feel in a game like that, and we really felt it tonight.
at this point where we usually would introduce the Cardiff Devils into the room, but this year instead, we can announce the 2026 Elite League Playoff Champions, the Cardiff Devils!
Let's get on to the awards for the night. And the first one up tonight is the top scorer of running.
Yeah, your top scorer this year, Christoph Kontos.
The start of the year was difficult for me and my family. Al's here, so the boys were wicked through the time. And, yeah, Kai's doing great now. Osh comes to the game, loves the games.
Honestly, it's class. Like, I don't know if I've just been lucky or what. You speak to other guys around the league and stuff, but every year I've done it. All the players I've worked with have just been wicked guys. You guys won it. I get to drink now. But honestly, I'm so proud of the guys. I think you kind of realize 2 weeks left in the season, it was like we were on a good roll, and I had a really good feeling that we were going to do something special. And obviously, that's why the owners came over, because they realized the same. But yeah, that's why you come to Cardiff, is to do special things like that.
Thanks for the effort this year. Thanks for signing here. Thanks for choosing us. You know what? The next few days, have a blast. And yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. And thank you guys. It's been awesome.
For the first time since 2022 of the EIHL Grand Final winners, your playoff champions, the Devils. The streets of Nottingham will be red and green tonight, baby.
Feel the fire, hear the sound. We're alive, we're glory bound. Heartbeats racing, lift off now. No more fear, we take the crown. Hands up high, let the lights ignite. Dance with me through the endless night. Joy inside, feel the power grow. Rave together, let the energy flow. We are champions, hear the beat. Victory's ours, move your feet. Raise your voice, let the world see. Triumph forever, wild and free. We are champions, hear the beat. Victory's ours, move your feet. Raise your voice, let the world see. Triumph forever, wild and free. Raise your voice. Triumph forever, wild and free. Joy, power, we're unstoppable. Dance forever, unforgettable.